This is Shijiang, a town in Leishan County, Guizhou Province. A few hundred years ago, a man of the Miao nationality settled in a village here. Miao people have lived here ever since. Today, Shijiang is home to the largest Miao community in China. More than 6,500 Miao people live in more than 1,200 houses in the villages here. These houses are known as stilt houses. This man's name is Song Gor-chung. He's the fire warden for the villages. Since he walks around the villages twice a day, he's familiar with all the houses. The stilt houses in the village are very close to each other. Such high density is usually seen in cities, not rural areas. So why do the villagers continue building their houses on crowded hillsides when building density poses such a problem? How do they deal with the psychological pressure brought about by such a cramped living space? The main building is connected to the ground by bamboo poles. The taller a building is, the more unstable it is. Therefore, high-rises usually have deep foundations. Yet the stilt houses don't have any foundations at all. The bamboo poles are simply planted on the slopes. These houses seem quite unstable. So, why do the Miao people stick to such unconventional building techniques?
苗族的房子，它整体看来像一个鸟巢，鸟巢啊，因为苗族崇拜鸟，他认为鸟是祖先，这是这个从树枝里面飞出一只蝴蝶。 蝴蝶呢，生12个蛋，是鸟把这个蛋孵成人的。鸟住在树上吧？是鸟巢吧？是巢居吧？
An old Chinese saying has it that while people in the north lived in caves, those in the south lived in nests. Our ancestors learned from the birds and built their first dwellings in the trees. As the group grew larger, they had to enlarge their living space, cutting down trees to build larger houses. They also began to build their houses on the hillside. These dwellings gradually evolved into what we see today. In ancient times, people lived in nest dwellings to avoid wild animals, just like the birds. What's more, southern China has many rivers and is usually damp and rainy, so the stilt houses prevented dampness and reduced the chance of flood damage. The Miao people have lived in stilt houses for centuries. Even though these houses don't have foundations, they are not as unstable as they look, as they are relatively light and the area is not prone to earthquakes. This is a construction site in one of the villages. The owner has had his old house torn down and plans to build a new one on the site. He tells us that before a stilt house can be built, the owner must invite a local construction master to design it.